Hello, everyone, right here playing Farming Simulator 15 on Oklahoma. We're going to start off with some harvesting here this episode. Between episodes here, fast forwarded time, so the crop on field 3 is finally ready to harvest. And wow, that took a lot of fast forwarding here yet. Don't know why it took so long, but apparently the crop here grows rather slow. I think this was barley on this field here, if I remember correctly. We'll find out that it's rye, one of those two. Some sort of a cereal crop. Yep, that is, I believe that's the barley symbol, right? Oh, you know what? Speaking of course, I think I actually got a course-by course for this one, don't I? I believe we do. Let's see once here. So field 3. Yes, we do have a course-by course. You know what? Let's use that. Why not? We'll get both combines going on this field, and we're gonna make sure you are set. Let's see what's actually doing. You're probably in the wrong mode. Yes, you're in the wrong mode. So in the right mode here. Working with. I don't know if I need to set that or not. We need lane offset. Let's see once here. What did I set this course to? 13 meters? Since I have 13 meters on there, so we need to do some math here. That is, 6.5 meters to the right, right? Crank that back up. There we go. And first, we'll just go nearest. That should work. Drive course. Okay. What are you doing there, course play? Let's try first waypoint. Yeah, 6.5 to the right. That should be right. There we go. Yeah, okay. Courseplay was just being stupid there. Typical courseplay. And then we'll get the unloading going here as well. Gotta remember with this one, everyone, by the way. With courseplay and Farming Sim 15, I mean, you don't have just the simple left or right, you know, 1 to the right, 2 to the right type of thing. You actually have to manually calculate the offset based in meters. So it's a little bit more difficult here. Not terribly more difficult, but it is slightly more difficult. We're going to set you to, we'll just drive course, I guess. That should be good. And then also another big thing with courseplay in 15, everyone, there's no, I forget the exact name of the mode there, but basically you turn it on so the combines will stay apart, or you need tractors, whatever you're doing for field work mode-wise. You know, they'll have their, I always call it the keep-off distance there. Set it to, you know, 100 meters or 500 meters or 1,000 meters, something like that, right? So the combines will stay away from each other. You don't have that option in 15 here, so what I typically do is just wait to start the second combine, and typically the longer you wait, probably the better off you are. Keep them as far apart as reasonably possible, right? Okay, so we're gonna get you, load the course up on you as well, and then we'll set you to 6.5. Did I put you in the right mode? I did, or it was already in the right mode, maybe. 6.5 to the right. Oh, well, okay. We're gonna go 6.5 to the left then. There we go, 6.5 to the left. And I thought that there used to be a way you can change these quicker, left control, alt, shift or something, but I don't know. That does not seem to be working. I tried all combinations there. I was pretty sure in the past, I mean, you could change that by holding down one of those keys, and you could change it by like a factor of 2 or a factor of 1 or something. I don't know, but it doesn't seem to work for some reason. So, oh well, whatever. Also, let's check and see how the horses are doing. I'm thinking we're probably really close to having some horses to sell here. Let's see, one more screen. There we go. Yes, we got 16 horses, so not quite as many as I'd like to have. Apparently, everyone, they don't all just, like, change at once either, which is interesting. I'm not sure what's up with that, but you would think, I mean, we bought 50, was it 50 or 40? I forget, however many we bought, everyone. We bought a whole bunch of them at once there. You would think they'd all change about the same time, and it doesn't look like that's the case, really, here. Speaking of horses, did want to purchase a few more here this episode. Yes, horse, what do you think? What do you got going on here? Look a little, look a little stuck here or something. At least he's moving compared to the rest of these horses. This one here is just, like, not moving. This one, well, that one's moving a little bit. This one's not moving. Not sure what's up with the animations on the horses here, but I think they're a little bugged out or something, I'm guessing here. Yeah, there's another white horse. That one is not moving. Weird. I don't know. And, of course, there's more horses inside the barn here as well. They all appear to be a little stiff as well, I would say. Okay, anyway. Yeah, I guess we won't be selling any horses yet this episode. We'll go ahead and purchase a couple more, though, Evan, while we're at it. So let's get the shop open here. Animals, and we want... No, we don't want beef. We want horses. To purchase. Oh, yes, this is right. I forgot about this. You got to do the... Okay. If blinking screens annoy you folks, you better look away now, because we're just going to be hammering on the enter key here for a little bit. I don't know. What do we want to bump this number up? We had, what, 50 before? See if we get up to... Ooh, fairly expensive, aren't they? I don't want to spend too much money on it, because I do want to save some money for a planter. How about 80? Let's stop at 80. See what that does here for us. If we got more money, maybe I'll purchase a few more yet of them, but we do need a planter. Let's see. Oh, yes, there is. Okay, someone in the comments did remind me here a while back. There are auger wagons in the game. There's the horse titan. So, yes, I completely forgot about that. There is actually one grain cart, as I typically call them, in the game here. I was going to say, I thought there was that one. Apparently, I just not looking at the right spot up there. Okay, not that well, it's not too bad. I guess we could potentially use that one. Probably use the modded one. I think that'll be a better choice anyway. Or at least I like the looks of it better. Let's put it that way. Sewing machines. Oh, that's right. We need to go to mods. Mods. Nope, we need to get out of this. We need to go back to here. Category mods. Yeah, you got to remember, Evan, Farming Sim 15. A little bit different here again. You actually got to go, like, to the category for mods. Mods are completely separated out from the in-game stuff. So, we need... What was I looking for? Planters. I guess they're all under sewing machines, right? DB120, yeah, we don't quite have the money to afford that. So, I figured probably a DB90 would be the best choice here. Yeah, so let's see what's here. Selection is being purchased. Okay. And then wouldn't mind getting like an air drill here at some point as well. So I think we're probably going to save up for that next. Or maybe, actually, maybe what we should probably do is save up for a tractor here next. Because we only have the one large tractor at this point, and that is the Case Magnum here. I'll have to go through and as well and look and see what I got from modded tractors here again. I know I was looking to get an 8R tractor, but the modded one I added in doesn't look like quite the one I want. So I'll have to look again. Either that or we'll just buy another Magnum, or one of those two. One of those will be acceptable. Obviously, if we got a John Deere DB90, I would prefer to pull it with a nice looking John Deere 8R tractor or something like that. We do have the 9RT, 9R, and 9RX as well, I do believe, but... Ooh, let's, actually, you know what? I've seen that hitch going up. Let's, just disconnect them separately here. I'm not sure how far that hitch would have gone up if I didn't take a chance with that. That did not look like it was going to end well. Okay, we'll run over to the shop here, everyone. We'll grab that planter, and I tell you what, we'll meet you folks back at the farm here with the planter. Okay, everyone, we're back to the farm here. Yes, much larger. Actually, the first row crop planter we've gotten on Oklahoma here so far. We did not dip into any of the in-game planters here yet, so this will allow us to plant some of the row crops that are available to us in the game, such as corn, obviously. Apparently, wheat, barley, excuse me, everyone. That's interesting crops on there. Sorghum, sunflower, soybeans, oats. Yeah, oats and rye on this planter, huh? Okay, not realize that. I guess that'll... Whatever. That is not quite right for the planter, but it'll have to do. Just wanted to point out to you, I've been looking at this planter. Definitely have to say this planter looks a lot better than it does, or does look better in 19 than it does in 15 here. That is for sure. It definitely has undergone some improvements here. Pretty sure it's probably still the same model, though, if I had to guess. Just all the new improvements here, 19 mod authors have put into it. Yes, definitely looks a lot better. Oh, boy. Proceed there. Stop. I forget. Does this one hold fertilizer or not? Probably does not. Let's check sewing machines. DB90. Doesn't say anything about fertilizer. Okay. Don't remember, everyone, if it was even possible for seeders to hold fertilizer back in 15. That might have been a requirement to have a second attachment, kind of like we do with the bigger air drill there, everyone. You got the air drill that has the front piece and the rear piece. The rear piece of the tanks. It's only supposed to be tanks, right, everyone? But actually, I believe it also fertilizes as well. So you got the front actual plant and rear plant unit. I guess depending on if that's a rear pull or middle pull. I don't remember which one that one is, again, with the John Deere seeders that we have in the game here. Those are mid pull or rear. But either way, everyone, the tanks actually put down the fertilizer, which of course they would not do in real life, right? Anyway, back to the field, then we're going to plant. What do we want to plant? Actually, that's a good question. Let's put you on. I was going to do some soybeans here. I wanted to do soybeans a while back. Actually, Oh, no, wrong menu. Wrong menu. Probably nothing in 10 hours left on the store. Yeah, we're not going to get that in time. So we'll just plant some soybeans. I think I wanted to plant some soybeans here a while back. We're going to do that here this time around then. Okay, get the seeder folded out here. There we go. Oh, I just noticed some of these hoses are not exactly connected either, are they? I believe it's the same way. Well, actually, you know what? That might have been finally fixed in 19. I know it was that way in 19 for a while there, everyone. Like I said, I think it might actually be finally fixed, but it's rather amusing. Just happened to notice that. Okay, let's get some GPS going here. Control 0, Control Enter, Control period. Let's auto with that. There we go. Turn that on, lower it down, Control W. Lots of key commands there. And we are planting. And it looks like it puts down fertilizer. That looks like it's fertilizing that small section of the field I missed there, does it not? Not sure on that one. I'm not sure. I think the only way, as far as I know, I'm going to tell if the field is fertilized or not is to actually, like, look at the field here in this game. So, unless I'm missing something. Ah, yes. It will not take as long to plant this field. At least it shouldn't take as long to plant this field. I'm going with the EB90 here. Definitely our largest seeder here at this point. We'll definitely be looking to replace our drill. Was that a drill? Yeah, that was a drill, I believe we had. Drill style planter we have currently. As soon as possible there with probably the big John Deere air seeder. We can actually afford the Burgo. The Burgo seems a little cheatish though price wise, but I might give it a try here at some point. Just because, give it a try, right? I do seem to vaguely remember that being a halfway decent seeder. And then of course when we can compare it to the Burgo seeders that are available in Farming Simulator 19. I think the level of detail in Farming Sim 19 will be quite impressive compared to the one here in 15. Keep in mind, too, I guess the one in 15 here is also modded, so a mod author made that one. It's not made by Giants. Might be a slight disadvantage there, arguably, but as I've said this before, everyone, back in Farming Simulator 15, I would say it was probably 15 when the change really started happening. Back in 15, everyone, mod authors could keep up with Giants as far as the quality of the mods went. In most cases, anyway. Modders could, make equal quality mods, I would say. Starting in 17, everyone, that started changing slightly. Giants really upped their game as far as the quality of their models and just the overall quality of their equipment, right? And then 19 as well, Giants upped the quality again. So, modders really have to be on their toes to keep up with the equipment Giants does. Especially when you look at the level of detail, like on the Burgo seeders and some of their newer equipment. It's quite impressive, I guess I would say. I would say, probably quality that most modders, unless you're going to put a lot of work into it, most modders don't quite achieve the quality that Giants does. Which when it comes to modding, it's probably quite understandable. When it comes to modding, you really have to be talented in a lot of different areas to make mods for Farming Simulator. Anywhere from textures to 3D modeling to in-gaming the equipment. There is a lot of steps, a lot of knowledge you need to have in order to put a mod into the game. And for just like one single person to have all that knowledge, it's understandable why Giants has probably better quality equipment. They probably have multiple people. They got dedicated people as far as like 3D modeling, textures, in-game in their equipment. I'm sure all that good stuff, right? That definitely makes a big difference. Okay, just wanted to do a headland across here. In fact, I might just do one more here, make it a little easier to turn around. Oh, and that reminds me, too, we need to get the other combine going here, probably, right? Yes, definitely need to get the other combine going. I just remembered that. get you going here as well. We're going to set you to the first waypoint. Probably could have got him going a little earlier. That other combine is quite a ways ahead, but that's fine. That's fine. That is fine. Shouldn't have to worry about them getting in each other's way then in that case. Okay, back to seeding. I know one mod I'm probably going to have to locate everyone and see if I can find. I believe there was a seed and fertilizer refill truck back in 15. At least that's what I recall anyway. That seemed to work quite well. Haven't really found any mods like that in 19, Evan, that work as well as they did back in 15. I don't know if that's just something Giants has changed as far as that stuff goes, or just mod authors haven't brought any of that type of equipment out. It was probably slightly OP maybe in the way it worked, Evan, but basically a truck that you could drive around that had seed, fertilizer, I think fuel. It had three items on it from what I remember anyway. You know, typically you'd fill seed from one side, fertilizer from the other side, fuel from the back, or some such configuration as that, or maybe it's fuel from the front and something else, and I don't know. But I do seem to recall that being back in Farming Sim at 15. That one worked quite well. Okay, Control W, lock that steering back on, and away we go. Whoa, slow down. Oh, no, actually lower down quick enough. Okay, we're good. Okay, well, see if we can load up a few comments here in a moment. See what we got here this episode for reading comments. And as I mentioned here, I think it was last episode, episode 1 of Oklahoma has finally gone live. So give you folks an idea of how many episodes I'm recorded ahead here at this point. That's pretty much where we are at. Let's see. Eli was asking, hey, where can I find the Busters community? The Busters community can be found on Facebook. You should be able to search for Busters community, and I'm sure they'll show up. Otherwise, I believe there is a link in my mod list as well. Well, actually, maybe I should rephrase that, everyone. I don't know if there's a link. Well, actually, you know what? No, my Farming Sim 19 mod list is actually linked down below, everyone. I just happened to realize that. I think my Farming Sim 19 mod list, everyone, is linked down below. I do not have a Farming Simulator 15 mod list. So for anyone looking for the mods I have in 15 here, I'm sorry. I'm not going to put together a mod list for this. You can go back and look at my original series of them. You could probably find the mod list there. I'm not sure how many of those links. In fact, everyone, I know most of those links are not relevant anymore. A couple of the ones I have gone back and looked at, they do not work anymore. So, again, that's what's making it a little bit hard finding mods here for 15. And again, as I've mentioned many, many times, a lot of the sites that are hosting these mods are low-life scum. Actually, the one site, everyone, that is still probably halfway decent yet, Mod Hoster, typically is decent. Sometimes. Just gotta be careful. Sometimes they have the third-party links. You probably want to stay away from those. But if Mod Hoster itself is hosting the links, usually okay enough. I know one of the big ones that used to be around back in 15, that one was FSUK. It was FS-UK or something like that, I think. They are no longer around. They have since disappeared off the modding scene here. So things have definitely changed over the years. What's that one? Still a pretty cool looking planter for back in Farming Simulator 15 days. Oh, that was my bad. Apparently I hit something there. Yeah, don't do that. So why are we turning all of a sudden? Okay, back to the comments here. Josh was saying, excellent. Randy may have just won YouTube. We'll see what's about that one there, Josh. We'll see what's how everyone likes the Oklahoma series here. Definitely a very unique map in some ways. Large farming map, has lots of animals as well. Again, kind of like a good all-around map. If you want to do animals, this is definitely a good map for it. If you want some big-time farming, this is the map for it as well. Production-wise, I know there's been some comments about productions on this map. There's not much for production as far as I know on this map. In fact, I don't think there's anything for production on this map other than like the basic productions you need for your animals. So like there's a TMR mixer, fermenting silo, that type of thing, right? I don't believe there's anything else to my knowledge, like as far as like actually making like concrete or something like that. I don't think there's anything like that that I know of. Yes, I can remember back in the day where you'd have to set the speed or the cruise control there down a couple notches there, so when you turn around, the tractor wouldn't take off on you. Don't remember having to do that quite so much in 19, everyone. I think just the acceleration factor here in 15. I think I've mentioned that before, but the acceleration of tractors here in this game, oh my goodness, they really take off. They got some serious get up and go. Tubby TV was saying going back to FS19. Well, I guess Tubby TV does not want to see any Farming Simulator 15 Oklahoma. And again, I'll have to say, this actually was not necessarily my idea. I typically do not go back and play previous versions of the game, much less previous maps. In fact, I'm usually quite emphatically say no to those type of suggestions. It's definitely not the first time suggestions like that have come up. Everyone, people are like, hey, why don't you go play this or that map back in this or that game? And I'm like, no, we're not going to do this. But given the popularity and how fun this map was, it's like, you know what? Yeah, this is one map, everyone. In one game, I would go back and revisit. I don't think there's any other maps I can say that about, but this is the one, everyone. Farming Simulator 15 Oklahoma. I'd go back and revisit. Now, if this map was available in 19, I probably wouldn't consider doing this, but unfortunately, this map is not available in 19. Also wasn't available in 17 either, to my knowledge. Just never got converted over, brought over. But actually, I shouldn't say that. Someone did bring over I believe this was kind of sort of the original map in 17, but they really changed it up quite a bit. Just did not feel like the original map, if you will. So, let's see. Austin was saying 4 combine harvesters. I remember playing Farming Simulator 15 on my PlayStation 3. Yes, back in I believe 15. 15 did not have mods for the console, right? Or was 15 the first one that had mods? I forget. Somewhere in there. I think 15 did not have mods. Getner done. Game, you'll say, man, I remember playing this, I think it was 2013 and 2012. Well, it probably wouldn't have been 2013, 2012. That probably wouldn't have been still Farming Simulator 2013 yet, but that'd probably been 2014. Yeah, well, 2013, 2014. I believe was when 15 would have been out. Says I can't remember, but the graphics were also very odd. I like Farming Sim 15, but I'd love to play 17. Takes me back. Also, cool video. Hey, thank you very much for that. They're getting her done gaming. And yeah, I'll have to say, the graphics aren't horrible, but you can definitely tell they made some serious improvements, especially in the overall level of detail in 19. Everyone, definitely some pretty good improvements there. Especially look at the weights and stuff like that. The weights, oh boy. Just when you get to the finer details, that's where you can really start seeing like the lights there, and yeah, you definitely can tell the difference. Still leaves me chuckling, everyone, at the people out there that still claim that the graphics in 19 are worse than like 13 or something like that. It's like the people who say that clearly have no clue what they're talking about. Evan was saying, I remember when you harvested field 6. It was a long harvest. Yes, it was there, Evan. And don't worry, Evan, I do plan on getting to field 6 here. We're probably going to get a bigger tractor and a planter here first. And then we'll look at being able to purchase field 6. Not sure how much that field costs. We'll have to maybe go look. Maybe I should go look at that here fairly soon just so I got an idea how much that one's going to... Whoa, my goodness, talk about going downhill there. Oh, I missed a second, didn't it? Well, that's interesting. That might be kind of annoying. Joseph was saying, I think you used 4 harvesters. Maybe. There's probably quite a few times where I used 4 harvesters. That was definitely not the maximum number of harvesters I used. In fact, I believe it was 6. I think it was fairly common using 6 harvesters. I know we used, I think, like a dozen harvesters there a couple of times. I like to say when like 6 or 8 was probably like the more common number. In fact, I want the map. Like on field 6 there, everyone. Yes, definitely going to want a couple of harvesters on that one. Which are up to what? We got 3 harvesters now, right? Yes, we got 3 quad tracks. Quad tracks? What are they called? Quad tracks. 9230 quad. I never even realized. What? Oh, okay. I don't think that's the right name for them, is it? I don't know. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think they're supposed to be called quad tracks. Quad tracks are the tractors. I just happened to look at that and I was like, well, wait a minute. That doesn't seem right. Yeah, we got 3 Case 9230 combines here at this point. Yep. So we're going to go back in. You know what? Good enough. Good enough. Doesn't really matter. A little bit missed like that. Don't tell our field quality manager, Evan. Don't tell him. Zach was saying I think you should try to convert Oklahoma to 19. Yeah, that'd be interesting, everyone. I have not done much in the way of map editing or modding here. And when it comes to maps, everyone, maps are a lot of work, or they can be a lot of work anyway. There's a lot that goes into a map. You know, tractors, planters, stuff like that. That's just like one little single piece. And then when you consider that the map has like all the buildings, all the whatever grain silos and horse barns and sheep barns and cow barns, those are all like individual mods. So it's like basically taking the tractor here and you got, you know, however many across the entire map here. Yeah, that's no. I have no plans on doing any converting of this map. It'd be nice, everyone, but I hate to think how much time that would take. So Jim was saying, great videos always. Keep up the great work. I'm really enjoying this series. Looking forward to the next series. He's talking on Flint Hills there, by the way. Oh, we're missing. Okay, I might have to see if I can come back up there and replant that somehow, everyone. That's quite a bit missing there. Norton was saying the Flint Hills series was a good series. Yes, definitely enjoyed that series, by the way. Flint Hills, really good map. Highly suggest checking that map out if you haven't already played on it. That is a 4X map. I would say a very similar feeling map to this one, because again, big fields, big equipment. Yeah, very fairly similar feeling. Except obviously we'll be using course play in this map. We'll also be making use of the original GPS, which I'm definitely digging this original GPS, everyone. Can't tell you, folks, how much I've missed the original GPS here. I mean, we got GPS in 19, everyone, but let's face it, it's not the same. It is not the same. The GPS here in 17 is so much more user-intuitive, I would say. I mean, again, everyone, the one in 19 works, but it's, I don't know, it doesn't quite compare to the one in 15 here. And this one was in 17, too, by the way. Anyway, I've been looking at the time. It looks like it's about time to wrap it up here for this episode. So on that note, you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And as always, thanks for watching, and till next time.